Hi, it's David O'Loughlin, the Mayor of the City of Prospect, with the July Council meeting summary. And it was a great meeting tonight. We had a deputation from the Prospect Residents Association talking to us about the types of houses that have been approved over the last few years and asking us whether they really fit the sort of character that we want to have in this city. I thought the presentation was very valuable. We've asked the staff to provide us a report on how they assess housing and how they make sure that it does fit the character that we've prescribed, I think in fine detail in our development plan. So we look forward to that coming back to us. There are a couple of other motions on notice regarding how we're going to work in with the new development plan that's being designed by the state government, regarding character, regarding preserving our 19th and 20th century housing, and with regard to what sort of emerging character that we want to have as well. So we look forward to seeing those reports come back and engaging with you also in terms of the future of our city. What is the sort of new housing that we want, where there is a need for new housing? What about infill housing? What about granny flats or Fonzie flats or other ways of having smaller houses for people that fit in with the current fabric that we've got in our beautiful city? So that was a really good debate. And I look forward to seeing the outcomes. We had some other issues tonight in terms of legislative reform. So there's a boundary reform that's occurring. We provided our feedback about that. I think the legislation is pretty good, and we'll see that take effect from the 1st of January next year. We also looked at the rate oversight bill tonight about whether rate capping should be introduced or not. Fairly healthy discussion around the council table that we're not opposed to reform, but this doesn't seem to be a reform that's answering any need that local government's got. And so we've voted against that being introduced by the state government. It'll be interesting to see what other councils think too. The early feedback is that not many councils see that this is a sort of reform that we need. And if people don't like what we're doing, there's an election in November, so vote for what you do want. It's a pretty good democratic process, and that's what we wanted to hold firm to tonight. A number of other items, but I guess the most interesting one tonight is, as I mentioned earlier at the last meeting, a discussion around the names of streets down at 250 Churchill Road. Really pleased to say that we have now decided officially to name the first streets in our city, the first new streets to have Indigenous names. And they'll be Payintha Street, Panta Road, and also a little park which we'll call Pinku Park as well, which is named after the Bilby. So really exciting that finally we're able to recognise our ancient history in this land and make it part of our holistic history for this great city of ours. So look forward to that development. Keep moving along down there at 250 Churchill Road, called 1838. Thanks for your attention. Full video up on the site really soon.